Hello, my name is Nathan, and you're listening to Daddy and the Dunce.
Hello and welcome to Daddy and the Dunce, a weekly podcast looking at the trials and tribulations of parenting in the modern day and age from the point of view of a parent and an uncle. My name's Ashley, I'm the dad, and my brother-in-law Mark is the dunce. How are you going this week, Mark?
Yeah, going really well, thanks, Ashley.
Very good. Now, I had a couple of people ask me why we keep calling the episodes Grug and the. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, well, that's a nickname. My nickname is Grug. I got that because I had long hair, and when I ran around the oval at football practice when I was younger, used to flop up and down a little bit like the character Grug when he ran.
So, Grug, for those overseas listeners, because I know we do have quite a few people listening from overseas, Grug, is it Australian?
I believe it is Australian, yeah.
Oh,
Ted Pryor
here you go,
the
Ted
author.
Pryor.
Yep.
Grug, we're just Googling, because that's how we roll. Grug is an Australian fictional character appearing in a series of children's books by author Ted Pryor. Now, Grug, if I remember right, because it's not coming up on the screen, he was the top of a burrowong tree. The burrowong tree fell to the ground and became living.
Yep, that's how I came into the world as well.
It wasn't by a stalk. Mark was the top of a burrowong tree.
Yep. And he's an attractive cat for those listeners at home.
If your nickname's Grug, you're going to be saying he's attractive though, aren't you?
Probably.
So how's your week been?
Yeah, very good.
Good.
Yep.
Nice. Obviously, we have released our bonus CHD, congenital heart disease awareness episode. By now, when this is released, it's Monday, which means it's day 3 of the Heart Kids Show Us Your Heart February challenge, which means yesterday, Mark, you would have done a picture for something blue, and today your picture would have been my heart kid.
Okay.
Yeah, well done. That was a great picture you put up. Well done.
I have one lined up, actually.
Okay, well, just behind the curtain, we just recorded the bonus episode, had pizza, and now we're recording Monday's episode. So yeah.
I haven't posted anything yet.
Yeah, I did today, and I was very fortunate that my triathlon kit is sponsored by Swazi, which is Swazi is like a shortening of Swiss and Aussie, because the person that came up with the company, she makes swimwear, but she's like a Swiss Aussie, so the company's called Swazi, and their logo's a love heart, so triathlon and heart kids in one.
I think I'm going to grab some of Nathan's Lego and form it into a love heart. That's what I'm thinking at the moment.
It's going to be like a Minecraft blocky style thing.
Yeah, a block style. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, well, what's our first thing that we're going to do?
I think it's time for a dad tale.
Oh, enter theme song now.
Might solve a mystery or rewrite history.
Dad tales. Woo! Oh, that was amazing, wasn't it?
That was great. That was great.
I'll cut that in later so we can hear it.
Great work.
Mark,
okay.
What have you got for us?
So the dad tale this week is a father in America. A lot of these are from America. Crazy shit goes down in America, okay?
Hello to our listeners from Mississippi.
Yes, exactly. Maybe Queenslanders could get involved. You're pretty crazy as well, so, do something.
I don't think we've had any downloads from Queensland yet. Okay, we should say lots about them until they get angry and start downloading and emailing us.
Yeah. Start denying climate change. Maybe that'll help them out. Sorry, not to get political on that one. I have a lot of really good Queenslander friends. So this dad in California has hurled his backpack at a mountain lion to save his 3-year-old son. So, mountain lions, jaguars, they go by the names, it's a lion, it's a big cat. And yeah, so what would you say? Is this a dad or a dunce, Ashley?
Did it stop the attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it let go of the boy.
Yeah, dad of the week then.
Okay. He did take his child's backpack he didn't use his own backpack. It was a child's backpack, so minus maybe 1 point for that.
Yeah. Well, if he had his own backpack, but then he threw his kids, even if he had his own, different story. If he threw the backpack with the kids still attached to the backpack... That's probably...
No. Well, I suppose it's only him and his son's word, but yeah, they kill people.
Yeah.
Those-
I've just pulled up. I've just googled some information on the. What do you think of when you think of America? What's their big animal symbol? Just look at the screen if you need some help.
I'm trying not to say eagle, but there's all these eagles in front of me. Maybe a bear. Actually, I think a bear's a little
grizzly
bit.
bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bald eagle. That's what you think when you think of America.
Well, that's on the flag and stuff. Well, not on the flag, but on the emblem.
So, the wedge-tail eagle, the Australian wedge-tail eagle, has a wingspan, and the stats aren't actually coming up on the screen, but it has like 2 meter wingspan or something. If you ever driving along and see them down by the side of the road, like they are absolutely massive. They can literally pick up animals and carry them, whereas the bald eagle is like this tiny little thing that's pretty weak. Okay. And I'm wondering whether like the American mountain lion is actually weak. It's actually just like a big kitten, maybe.
Maybe. No, I'm wondering why the guy didn't shoot it, because he's American. I assume he's got a gun on him.
Probably.
His son probably has a gun on him.
Yeah. 5? What's this? How old was the kid?
4?
4. Oh, maybe not then.
3.
A 3-year-old. Or...
Yeah. They have a picture in this article, probably not the one that the county later shot. Surprise, surprise. That's it. So I am going to say dad hero.
Yep. I'm going to say could have gone either way, judging by the information we have, hero.
Definitely.
Okay, sweet. All right, so double take time. This is where I give you a scenario and we discuss it from the parenting point of view. Now, last week, obviously, was sent to us via Instagram. Just a reminder, if you do have a question for us, you can email us at dad.dunce@gmail.com. I would love some gross things that Mark would have to deal with. But this week was actually from your mum's birthday breakfast last week. We were sitting around having a conversation with Uncle Snot. And I didn't make that up. He was actually relabeled Uncle Snot by my child.
Yes.
We didn't actually correct him though, did we? We went, oh yeah, he's funny. Well done, keep going.
We might have encouraged it a little bit.
It may have been encouraged. So hello to Uncle Snot. Now, Uncle Snot is both of our brother-in-laws, your sister's husband.
Yes. We
should probably get him on sometime because I can talk about boys and he has 2 girls.
He does. And he doesn't like being called Uncle Snot very much, by the way. So
if anyone meets Uncle Snot, please, it's now Uncle Snot, and you know that. So, yeah, well done.
Yeah, I'm going to catch some grief for this.
Good luck when you're over their place next.
Yep.
So basically, like, the conversation we were having, like, his kids, obviously not mine. Mine are perfect. But, it was about, like, toddlers having tantrums.
They do seem to do that a little bit.
A little bit?
I don't... When a toddler has a tantrum, I normally, if I'm in public, I definitely walk the other way. And if I'm here, I'm walk the other way as well.
Yeah. So, look, mum just messaged and she needs me to pick up some stuff. I've got to get going. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like
Absolutely.
Every time you come over.
Yeah.
Okay, put your parenting hat on. Make out you've got a parenting hat. How would you deal with... So, you've gone into the shops... You're in the supermarket.
So it's in a public, the worst place it could be.
Well, yeah, definitely public. Swimming pool. What do you reckon? Where would be the worst place for a kid to have a tantrum?
Doctor's office, maybe, because like it's very enclosed.
Yeah.
Anywhere it's like maybe library. No. Like at a movie theater or a play or something like that.
Yes, movie theater. That would be bad. I'm just trying to actually think. Where schoolyard in front of other parents and other kids.
Yeah, in front of people that you want to impress.
Yes, yeah. Like if you've taken
your kid work day.
Yeah, I reckon shopping centre would be one of the worst. And like,
absolutely
for us, a lot of our students work at the shops, so we're at school being these awesome teachers, and then they see us in public with our own children who have absolutely no respect for us when they're having a tanty.
Absolutely, yeah, that's tough. Well, what would I do? I mean, I'd just freeze up. I think the first thing I'd look around, because that's just, I think, just basic human instinct to be like, who's seeing?
Who's judging? Who's judging?
So I'm just picturing like Nathan probably in this situation, and like he'd be hard to physically contain because he's a powerful little unit.
He's a solid kid.
And you can't really, and he always comes in.
Daddy, are you singing DuckTales again?
No, Nathan, we're not singing DuckTales, but thank you for asking. Looks like the boys are out of the bath tonight.
He comes in every show.
That is
himself.
actually not scripted.
So if he was having a tanty, when he was perfectly polite there, but he can get a little bit grumpy sometimes. Yeah, I just don't know what I'd do. Maybe don't let me take your kids to the shop, because I'd just freeze.
Would you yell? Stop it! Get out of here! You're embarrassing me!
No, I wouldn't want to yell. I haven't yelled at kids in public yet, really.
Yeah,
and that's something like...
You don't have your own kids though, so for you to go and yell at kids in public would kind of be awkward.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but your kids.
Just
the
random
first
kids.
time I saw my sisters yell and discipline their children, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I could even my sister's friends that I used to know, when they came over with their kids, and you just see this girl that used to be friends with your sister come around. Now she has a 4-year-old and you're yelling at her and you're just like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
It's like this person that you've seen passed out on the couch
hungover
when they were 19 and hungover, now having to deal with a human being and
exactly,
you better behave, and you're like, well, actually, I've got some stories about you.
Exactly.
Come see me later, kid, and I'll help you out here.
Yeah. So what should I do?
Well,
In
not
a
yelling.
tantrum situation?
Not yelling is
Not
a good
yelling?
thing.
Okay. Am I allowed to? Because I sort of would I know you're not really when I say physical, I'm I would pick them up and just be like, all right, let's go.
It's kind of like if someone's having a seizure or a fit.
Okay.
If a kid's having a tantrum and they don't want to get picked up,
Yeah.
you've got to think about how long their legs are,
Yeah.
where your shins are, and where the other important bits are.
Okay.
Because if they're having a tantrum, they don't have that filter that stops them doing stuff. Because brain theory is they're basically in their red room and they're not processing anything, and their prefrontal cortex isn't taking stuff in and whatnot. But basically, their brain's switched off and they're just going hammer and tongs because
we're going to edit that
they
bit about
want something.
brain out.
Why?
Because, some people...
Too scientific?
Maybe our listeners are smarter than me, so... I mean, they probably are.
Oh, but they can learn stuff. They can
Okay.
you're the dunce, so that's why you
Yes.
don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we're just going to assume that all the other listeners are actually intelligent.
Okay.
So your kid's having a tantrum, you kind of have to ride it out, and you kind of have to assume that if there's any other parents there, most of them aren't actually judging you. They're going, oh, you poor thing, I've been there and done that.
I'm judging you.
Yeah.
If I see anybody at the supermarket, I am judging your parenting skills.
But then I'm judging you as a 35-year-old single male without kids.
I feel triggered.
Game, set, match.
I don't know what to say.
Well, this got awkward. But
No, I'm not really judging. I'm not really judging, because now that we've talked about it, I'm no longer judging you in public.
yeah,
Now I just feel horrible.
just for the last 10 years you have been, but
I
it's,
have been,
it's all good now. I apologise for everyone. Look, the thing to realise is that at that point the kids aren't being rational. They're not thinking things through, and they're not doing it on purpose because they hate you. They've seen something they want. They don't understand, how things work in the real world, and you can't just go and take stuff. And, there's quite possibly in the past they've cried and gotten something that they wanted, and they've made a pathway that, okay, well, if I cry, I know I get this. And that's a tricky thing as a parent, because, your kids are crying. You can either give something to them and they stop crying straight away, or they cry for a bit longer and they're not going to try that strategy again. So
Absolutely. I'd definitely give them stuff in a public place.
yeah, you're a bit more lenient depending on, like we said, depending on the situation. If you can just sort of let it ride out and let it travel and go the distance with a kid crying, then that's all good. We've had tanties in Macca's drive-through and shopping centres and swimming pools, and they last for a couple of minutes, and then, they snuggle into you after for a cuddle, and they're all apologetic, and they don't have the words to express what they were going through at the time, but then that's,
Yeah, I lived with her for 15 years. I know about my sister's tanties.
Oh, you know, Anita's or Bry's?
Sorry.
Which one? Which one are we talking
Both
about?
of them.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. You'll be slipping out the back door again tonight.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so I have something for you now. And
Something for me.
it's what we've been doing in the past. We've been doing Googled by Grug. We've just named that today. But we're going to continue doing Googled by Grug. But I've got one for you today, and I've got a list of 19 things that happen when your sibling has a baby.
Okay.
So number 1, you can't contain your excitement at hearing your brand new relative has entered the world.
Probably not so much for me. Your wife called me up, and I was sitting on the toilet. I remember it. She said to me, I can't remember the exact words, but she was like, "Hi, Uncle Mark," or Uncle Mark. I wasn't Uncle Mark yet, and I was like, "Hello," and she's like, "You didn't get that?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." She's like, yeah, I had a kid. And I was like, "Oh, congratulations," with no excitement whatsoever.
Should I tell the story of what happened when she went into labour?
No. We'll save that for another one. That's a whole episode.
It is. Needless to say, I'm hard to wake. Okay, number 2, you immediately start referring to yourself as Aunt Taylor or Uncle Alex, even when you're not around the kid.
The weird thing for me, actually, more so, is I start referring to my sister as mummy all the time. So when I'm around the kids, I'm like, "Well, go get it for mummy." And then when the kids aren't around, I'm like, "Oh, mummy." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm calling my own sister mummy," or like, "You, daddy." It's really weird.
Hey, big daddy. Number 3, your lock screen is now permanently occupied by pictures of them.
Yeah, it was for a while, but it's actually not at the moment. But I have a cityscape on the back of my phone at the moment. But yeah, I do. My phone is literally filled with Snapchat pictures with my nieces and nephews. Like,
I've got the photo of the 3 of us,
yeah,
minus Hamish.
Yeah. So it's time for an update on that one.
Well, Hamish is 19 months old now.
Yeah.
Luckily, he's not old enough to realise he's not included yet. So anyway,
Yeah.
Number 4, you show the hundreds of baby pictures on your phone to literally anybody you come across.
No. Who wants to see pictures of my nieces and nephews?
Okay, and on that,
Yuck.
this is mainly old people, but iPhone needs to come up with a thing that you can set a boundary and people can't continually scroll through your phone.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think the worst thing is when you hand your phone to someone and that you show them a picture and they start flicking. Piss off.
Here's a little secret for those at home that have pictures on their phone that they definitely don't want other people to see. Say they got a picture from a girl or they took a picture of themselves and they don't want other people to see. Before you pass your phone to someone, put it in like a different folder, like the favorites folder, and then they can only... So then they get your phone, they're like, "I'm going to have a quick swipe while Mark's not looking," and they're like, "Oh, it's just pictures of his nieces and nephew. Oh, and cute scenery."
I actually hold my phone these days.
Oh,
and
just
I
hold
don't
it?
hand it over. And
Okay.
it's weird when people try and grab it.
That's smart.
Number 5, you see pictures of other babies and secretly think to yourself, "My niece or nephew is so much cuter than that."
I'm a realist, only when they are. They actually, I think they are, but I mean, I'm
Yeah.
probably... But yeah, I have friends with... All my friends actually have quite cute babies, and it's not always the case. But yeah, I mean, my nieces and nephews are cute, so...
Number 6, people actually start to think the baby you always talk about might be yours because you're so obsessed.
No, because I don't talk about it with great knowledge. And when they ask for its age, I'm like, it's definitely between 2 and 4. I went to its birthday just the other day.
But I can't remember what number that was or which child.
And I referred to it as it, like I just did. And people are normally like, "Well, that's weird."
Like your dad. We've got a dog and I think she's must be 15 this year. And your dad's called Kimber a boy her whole life.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
It's always a he. Yeah.
Number 7, as soon as you see the baby, you're like, "Can I hold them? Like right now, please?"
Actually, I do not hold babies until they can hold their own neck up.
I remember like when we first brought Hamish around and I just like threw him on you and you're like, "Oh my God, what do I do?"
Yeah, you got me. I was in the middle of another conversation and you like snuck him on top of me.
And like with our last conversation on the bonus episode, your reluctance to actually hold him, that's quite interesting. Number 8, but when they inevitably start crying, you feel so guilty for upsetting them.
And I do, because I'm so awkward at holding babies when they're really little, they do cry. But these days I'm a lot better and I'll just pass them back, not because I feel guilty, but because I don't want to listen to them cry.
Number 9, when you see bad or sad news, you want to protect their innocence forever.
I think they're just too young for that at this stage. I haven't really started to think about that they're like as part of the whole world yet. So.
I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to find one more. We're not going to go through all 19. Cat in the Hat, that looks scary.
I do think that sometimes. I want to buy them like Boston Celtics gear all the time.
Oh, that hat is pretty cute. But number 17, you decide you actually really want a baby. You're ready. You know what it's like. Let's finish on that one.
Ooh. Undecided.
Undecided. Right, ladies. What's your Tinder profile name?
No, that's not the way it works, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm clearly out of loop. Okay, well, let's wrap it up. Let's put a pin in it. Thank you, Googled by Grug, sorry.
Okay, yeah, so if you enjoy the show, please rate, review, share it with your friends. The best way to contact us, me and Ashley are both starting the CHD 30 photos in 30 days.
February's only got 28 days.
February, sorry. We can edit that out, maybe, please.
I won't be editing that out.
Okay. Ashley's Insta is at try.ash.leet, L-E-T-E. My Insta for that is at grug_grams. You can email the program at dad.dunce@gmail.com. And we're also on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And if you search Daddy and the Dunce, you'll find us on those formats.
Beautiful. So, social media, algorithms, math, science, all that. Just subscribe, rate, review. Make it a thing this week to go out and tell someone else, especially if you know anyone that may have had some experience with CHD. Send them the way of the bonus episode. We went through a lot of stuff in that, and it's in the future we're not going to probably be as serious as that, so might be a good one to get out there. Siri's just trying to find out what I'm saying because I said serious. Well, dad joke of the week. Hey Mark, do you want to hear a joke about paper?
Not really.
Never mind, it was actually pretty terrible.
It's horrible.
Bye everybody.
That tells you.
No, loudly, no.
That tells you. That tells you.
What? I couldn't hear you. Louder. 1, 2, 3.
That tells you.